Why did LJN have to make every NES movie adaptation? Couldn't they have just given someone else a try? No, they wanted to incorporate the entire spectrum of awfulness. Purple for putrid gameplay, blue for bad musical abominations, green for graphical farts and garlic, yellow for piss-poor lack of loyalty to source material, orange for orange you a fucking idiot, and red for high-stress anger-inducing masochism. Put that all together, and you've got all the colors of the shit rainbow. Hooray, LJN. So saith the nerd, so saith James Rolfe, on the subject of his mortal enemy, LJN, the publisher who we will be exploring the entire catalog of, over the course of God knows how many episodes. Hi, I'm Cass.
I'm Jarky.
And welcome to the LJN Connection. This is one of our new long-term programs in the vein of our previous simple 2,000 euro trip, wherein we're going to take a larger topic and try to tackle it, in this case doing an entire publisher's output. And that's the thing that I think gets lost, that a lot of people seem confused by or are taken aback by when you point out to them that LJN was not a game developer. They made a few electromechanical apparatuses that we'll get into during the history portion, because of course I have a history portion prepped for this, because there's just a lot to cover here. But no, they were just a publisher label, and they only really put out games on their own for 3 years before getting picked up by a larger label in Acclaim, who basically just used them as branding, who basically just used them to get around Nintendo's limits on how many games per year a publisher could put out.
An Ultra Games, if you would.
Yes, much along those lines. Ultra Games, of course, being one of the Konami labels. And Acclaim had a few of them, and LJN was just one of them. But this was a company that was created in 1970 that had a rich history before video games that we'll cover at least a little bit of, who kind of really stopped existing for reals in 1995, 1996-ish, but came out of the woodworks one last time in the year 2000 to put out one last game, and that was it. And that so was the story of LJN, a 30-year history, but a lot happened in the span of that 30 years. A lot of people came and went, a lot of games came out, roughly 67 of them, 65, 67, depending on which ones you maybe want to count, which ones maybe you don't. But I think this is going to be an interesting look at, we're going to do it in timeline style. We're going to do these as these games came out. We will be ranking them as well to determine what are the best and worst of the LJN games. And to be clear, if there are games among this lot that are good, we're going to be good about them. We're going to point out the positives. As is our style. And in fact, I know for a fact going in that there are some LJN games that I quite like, that I'm actually quite the fan of. So
I can think of at least one, but it'll take us a while to get there.
Potentially. It depends on how long we spend on each game, and I guess that's going to be by feel. Some will spend longer on than others. When we say we're playing every game, I mean we're playing every game. So there's going to be some repeats in terms of NES game, and then it's Game Boy version, or iterative installments in sports game franchises, because LJN, one of the early people to recognize the potential in licensing an MLB, an NFL.
You might see that scrolling across the screen right now.
Oh, I should probably point out this graphic here. Let me hide that little thing. This is just a collage of all of LJN's NES games. This isn't even the full breadth of what we'll be covering. There's games in between, games for the Game Boy, games for the Super Nintendo, but this is just a nice little collage I put together to have something in the background.
Can I suggest another image to show?
Yeah.
It's time for that?
By all means.
I think it's time to show Charky's Stream Snack.
Yeah, I reckon you're correct. I reckon it's about that time.
To get into this before we get into the history of stuff, tonight's snack is taquitos, as I've had before, so I'm not going to get into talking about that. But I do want to talk about my drink tonight. This is from the makers of Gatorade, Fast Twitch Energy Drink. 200 milligrams caffeine and electrolytes, Glacier Freeze. Now, I had a Gatorade Glacier Freeze earlier today, so I can actually compare the taste between the energy drink version and the normal version. It sounded like you had a question.
I was going to say that this is good because you're going to be playing some of the games tonight, and we are on Twitch.
Oh, yes.
So being fast
Yeah.
and being, having that Twitch reflex will help us on our Twitch stream, presumably, ostensibly.
So let's take a sip. Oh,
that good.
that tastes like Kool-Aid.
Ooh, that sounds good to me.
That tastes straight up like Kool-Aid. This is a sugar-free drink, so I did not have the sugar-free Glacier Freeze earlier, so maybe that's what sugar-free Glacier Freeze tastes like. But this just tastes like oh, this is weird. Okay, what color do you imagine Glacier Freeze is?
White.
The Gatorade drink. No, it's blue, but it's a very, 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 very bright blue, like a very light and bright blue. This energy drink version of it is like cranberry juice colored.
Huh.
That is weird. And the labeling on the bottle is all blue. I don't know why this is a deep red drink.
It's that Twitch. You mix the purple, and then, it sort of reddens it up a little bit, like cranberry style.
But this tastes almost like a grape Kool-Aid, maybe. Not quite all the way there, but a little bit of grape to it. Very weird, but not bad. I thought this was going to be bad. But hey, it's not bad.
Pleasant surprise. Just like some of the games in the LJN library are bound to be. How's that for a smooth transition? And now for a less smooth one to what I have labeled in my OBS setup as the info dump scene, wherein we go through the bits of history I've provided here that I've laid out. Obviously, we open the show with a quote from James from the AVGN. He's pictured here committing an act of domestic terrorism.
I remember there was like a lull in his YouTube uploads when he went to jail for that one.
Yeah, well, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. So LJN, at this point in history...
I forgot he went to jail for this, or he went to jail for the movie.
Both crimes of equal repugnancy, in my mind.
And that's another YouTuber we're not having on the show.
No shade on James, but I mean, he ruined everything.
Yeah.
He ruined the entire, landscape. I mean, that's the thing, is that what I was going to say, my first note here was that, people who know of LJN in the year 2024 largely know of it because of James. And, is him calling their company logo the, quote, rainbow of shit, spelling out LJN to mean laughing, joking numbnuts. And, sort of blurring the line between publisher and developer, creating that confusion that has persisted for the years to follow since those first fateful LJN videos that he put out.
Although he did address that in a later video, that he was wrong about that.
Yes, which is good, but a little too little too late.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing. First of all, LJN does not stand for Laughin' Jokin' Numbnuts, in case it needed to be cleared up. In fact, it doesn't stand for anything. LJN, what it actually is an initialism for a reversed initialism for one Norman J. Lewis. So it's reversed, it's an initialism. It doesn't really mean anything, though. If you were to ask, a company employee, what it stood for, they wouldn't know. But it was an homage to this guy who helped to establish the company and fund the company in 1970. But his name doesn't really factor into the story much beyond serving as the namesake. The name to remember here is one Jack Friedman, who is credited as originally founding the company, and who would go on to further found the likes of THQ and Jack's Pacific. This man responsible for three of the publishers of all time in this industry. So Jack Friedman is certainly a name to remember. So LJN's initial interests were not in the video game industry, the nascent video game industry in 1970. They were a toy company, particularly licensed toys. That was the corner of the market they wanted to corner. The first toy line that was licensed, that they were able to get a license for, was for the TV show Emergency. Then shortly thereafter, that was followed by SWAT. Programs that, don't really linger in the public consciousness much these days, but were big enough deals at the time for these lines of figures, of action figures and accessories, little walkie-talkies we can see here. These were fairly successful. But the thing was that Friedman was really respected because he would personally negotiate with licenses. He was very like forward facing. He was very like he would talk with the celebrities. He would interface with the likes of Michael Jackson and Brooke Shields, for example. Uh, and he would like base dolls on their figures, which went on to become some of LJN's top selling products, like those two in particular, the MJ and the Brooke Shields. And he also had a knack for recognizing blockbusters, as in blockbuster movies, before they broke big. And that was the case for E.T. the Extraterrestrial, little movie you may have heard of, that he correctly identified was going to be fucking huge. And so when he negotiated for the action figure license for it, the movie breaks big, those action figures are on the shelf, they sell like gangbusters. So, let it be known that Jack Friedman knew what he was doing and could like see these market trends coming from a mile away. Eventually, some of the biggest things, what most people know LJN for, like in popular consciousness, isn't actually the video games. A lot of people recognize them for their WWF figures, which are like some of the most valued collector's items of all time in the toy markets. Big rubber guys, as Jay the Brain Man says in chat here. They are also known for producing some of their own original IPs. You may have heard of Thundercats. Yeah, that's LJN made that to compete with Masters of the Universe. And that's a brand that has obviously persisted past LJN, that has continued with video games, with animated shows, so on and so forth. But yeah, that was born from LJN and their want to not only to license stuff, but to create things that they could create figure lines off of.
Are you telling me that the cartoons that I grew up with and held dear to my heart were actually made by toy companies trying to market things?
I know, this is a really heartbreaking, tragic revelation for me too. I'm crying, I'm weeping as I'm reading this, as I'm reading these notes that I prepared earlier. Next, you'll tell me, thank God, like Transformers is something that was made just for the love of the game and for the love of creativity, not as a cynical marketing ploy. So here's the thing, though. Getting back to the history here, is that despite all these successful figure lines, LJN was rarely profitable. They could have been considered a lost leader, and these figures were like very successful. They flew off of shelves, but the company itself was never actually like posting profits because they just kept investing. They would like divert marketing money towards production of new lines and just count on like word of mouth to take these figures into the stratosphere, or just count on the fact that like because they were such major licenses, these would just be in-demand products. So it was a lot of like forward investment. This will not pay off well for them in the end, but for a time it was sustainable and did make them very attractive to investors for a period of time. But, we're looking at these action figures here. Let's get to something a little bit more video game adjacent, at the very least. Electromechanical toys. This one here we're looking at, this is the Electronic Stadium Baseball, and I believe, I could be wrong about this, but this is, I think, the first electromechanical toy that LJN put out. This probably would have been around 1976. And it demonstrates their incorporating technology. Because, toy companies through the 70s, going into the 80s, were recognizing that the video game trend was, gaining some amount of momentum, primitive as they were back in that decade. And these little handheld or, tabletop gimmicks, as the case may be, we're doing fairly well. You have stuff like Simon, for example. This is a little close-up shot on the baseball stadium with its little granular analog controls here. The most realistic.
You remember when they made a TV show based off of this toy that they made, and like now it's baseball still on TV?
Yeah, that's just one of those things that LJN innovated. MLB has a great debt of gratitude to owe to this. We're going to come around full circle on that. Actually,
this is a tangent, but people don't just make sports anymore.
They don't just invent new sports.
Oh, I take that back. Pickleball was that thing that just took off with all the old people.
It's pretty massive
recently,
right now.
So I guess they are. I guess they are still making sports. Someone out there needs to be doing it.
It's a dirty job, but
yeah.
So here's another game, by the way, Electronic Concentration. I was mentioning stuff like Simon. I was mentioning, this is like a number guessing game or a memorization game, as the case may be. LJN was dabbling with this sort of stuff. Uh, but it would still be some time. This one came out around like 1978, by the way, I want to say, maybe 79. Amazingly, like people don't document the electromechanical stuff as much as they document the WWF figures. Who would have guessed that those have been like, the thing that people have really tried to document a complete history of, and not all these other ancillary things that LJN was putting out at the time. Even though I think this stuff is genuinely interesting. I think there's, a merit to tracking the history of electronic amusements of this sort. And if you want a big one, the real major move into gaming by LJN starts in around 1987. That's where we know them to enter into the NES market. But that wasn't the only move they made that year. That wasn't the only move they made before they got on the NES consoles. They released a console of their own. That's right. There's an LJN home video game console. It is called the Video Art, the Electronic Video Drawing System. And to call us a gaming console is, maybe I'm being a little generous to it here. It was launched in 1997 around November, so it could be like in stores for December for the Christmas rush. And it was definitely one of those things that was hotly anticipated, that was sold, that was getting a lot of major press. It had a basically 2-year market presence and basically fell off a cliff. We're looking at something that was hotly anticipated and then damaged LJN's reputation irrevocably. So it was discontinued in 1989 after a series of price drops, written off as a commercial failure. It was LJN's only attempt to enter the console market beyond like publishing games for existing consoles. So this is like people are mentioning, didn't THQ steal this idea, says Granatag? Magic Meow saying the proto U-Draw. Yeah. No, absolutely. Like the mistakes of the past are not heeded, and mistakes will be made again in the future. This is a close-up on the interface. This would plug into your TV. And the functionality is really just like a basic paint program. You got like a couple inputs on the controller for drawing horizontal lines and vertical lines. You have the joystick for free drawing. You can select the color that you want to use at the top of the screen there. You have some buttons for clearing the pages, for next pages. I could describe this. I could attempt to just describe this thing, or we could play it.
Yeah, plug it in.
Yeah, let's get this up and running. Let's get the video art plugged in, ready to go. Uno momento. And let there be
Video
light.
Game King says, I suspect stick drift would be a real concern. There is a short AVGN video he did on this.
Yeah, one of the Christmas specials, I believe.
Yeah, and he was using a real physical version of it, and it doesn't hold up after 30 years. In terms
I doubt
of
these
just
things
mechanically,
like even immediately. And I'm gonna have you read some quotes off of the the show notes doc, if you don't mind, at a certain point, as we explore this a little bit. But yeah, this is a basic screen here. We can change the background color by selecting this color at the top here. Let's draw on a black canvas. And we will draw... actually, you know what?
I think you'll have to link me to the show notes, by the way.
All right, let me go ahead and get you sorted out with that. And then we will... I had something in mind that I want to draw. I'm going to make an attempt. Attempt being the key word here. Okay. Wish me luck.
You got this.
Okay. You'll notice that there's no inputs for brush size, which is a really big error, just like right out the gate, to not be able to draw any larger than this, let's say. Doing this with an analog stick is tough, as it turns out. I also mapped some D-pad inputs, so it's a bit more etch-a-sketchy like that way, I guess. But, whatever gets us there.
I'm trying to remember how this thing controlled, there was that little button on the top that you had to push in to say, like, I am now drawing of this, right?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, mapping this to A DualSense controller is not the best, but we're making do. Another thing this program lacks is a paint bucket tool. So I can't just fill in this closed shape here. If I want to fill it in, I have to draw line after line after line, or I could try this sort of scribble style, but then I'm going to get out of bounds like really quickly. Again, no brush size, no tools beyond just the ability to activate singular points on the screen. So imagine trying to draw fucking anything with this and weep. What's a good color for text?
Didn't they show like on the box or even like have on the they had stuff built into this thing that's like, hey, these are drawings you can make with this thing, and it's like, no, you couldn't. No, like not if you're a human.
Yeah, we're gonna get to some of the cartridges in a minute, by the way, because there were cartridges that were sold with this thing, and we'll see what the downfalls of those are. So there was at least like, and the thing about this is that you could put this on top of like TV signal. You could be watching TV and have like this drawing screen up at the same time if you were like a technical wizard who could figure out how to do that back in the day.
Like a picture-in-picture kind of thing, or
more like this would be like an overlay.
Interesting.
On top of like, so you could like, in the same way that like a sportscaster would draw.
So you could rotoscope what you're watching.
Just yes, do it if you're very fast. Frank Gothic resubscribing, thank you very much, saying this is the content they're here for. Well, I'm glad to help with that. You're a winner. All of you are a winner. Yeah. Thank you very much. And Granatag also resubscribing, saying me too. Thank you very much. Someone screenshot this, make this your avatar, show your complete devotion to this brand that we present to you on this stream. All right. So that's my magnum opus. Now let's go ahead and load a cartridge, which there were 9 of. And as a matter of fact, can I just show... Yeah, okay. Here was a little instructional screen how to... This would come with the manuals of every game for, or every cartridge for the video art. And it would tell you like how to insert these cartridges, how to use the system effectively. And here's a catalog page that has all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the cartridges you could buy in addition to the one that came with it. The one that comes with it is called the Activity cartridge. And so you could buy some of these licensed ones for Looney Tunes, for Marvel superheroes, for Disney. And I guess the question is, which one do we want to load? Which one do we want to show off?
I'm thinking Looney Tunes is the one that stood out to me.
Yeah, we could certainly do that. I have no qualms with that. So let's go ahead and do a Looney Tunes. Oop. Accidentally fucked with the window size a little bit. There we go.
This is a present from me to you.
Yet another subscription. Thank you very much. Very great high definition Looney Tunes logo being rendered here. That's Bugs.
Yep, that sure is.
Let's go ahead and make this actually visible to the human eye by choosing a different background color.
Okay.
And
now color that Bugs.
All right, this is gray, so we'll start with gray. The lines don't... if you draw outside lines, you notice that they're still there, so you're allowed to do this and still have like the lines for reference. Again, if it's all this would need is a paintbrush tool, or not paintbrush, a paint bucket tool, to just be able to fill some of this stuff in.
So I'm thinking of NES coloring book style things and how much issue that had doing like paint bucket. Like it would work, but it would be like, oh, give me a second, hold up, oh, this hurts, kind of stuff. Like, how much of a chance did LJN's bespoke little thing to do this? Like, how well do you think they could have managed to do that? Do you think they tried and were like, oh no, this just crashes the thing straight up?
To you.
Thank you for subscribing, Backlash Jack. Did LJN have a chance? I mean, this is impressive technically in the sense that, it's even doing what it's doing here. Yeah. That it has the 16 simultaneous colors and that you can switch between them at will and every individual pixel on the screen. It's just a complete lack of ability to discern like what is, uh, what would have made this actually usable for like a kid in particular. Let's switch pages here.
I'm glad we keep the
You
coloring
keep
that we
all
did
the
do.
color
We have
there,
not-
so it's just completely.
Yeah. we haven't lost all of our hard work.
Let's do black for Daffy. Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
give yourself a head start.
Actually, yeah. Let's actually do white just for visibility. Let's see how many. This is 2. This is the second one on this cartridge. A 3. There's an Elmer Fudd for you. They're getting like one of each character. Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe. Cancelled.
Is this Babs or is this a cross-dressing Bugs?
No, Babs was from Tiny Toons.
And this would have been before
So
Tiny Toons. This would have
is-
been 87, so.
Yeah, so this is just either Bugs trying to catfish Elmer Fudd again, or just like we need girl in here. Put a bow on Bugs.
Yeah, something like that. Well, here they are, and I'm glad to see them.
People
I'm happy
are
for
saying
'em.
Proto Lola.
I think there's a soundboard clip you have to play for this one.
Do I?
Yeah.
Man, I have so many different things I have to click through to get to it. Hold your horses. I don't even know where it is. Here it is.
That's a joke, boy. You missed it. Went right past you. You gotta keep on your toes.
Folks, join the Discord server
Yeah.
for access to great soundboard clips like that. For as many
Having to dig through all of them to find the right one.
Yeah.
You can't see it, but off screen is Vegeta like pass out on the ground.
And who's this? What's this guy's name again? I know this is like the one that Foghorn Leghorn shooters.
The Chicken Hawk. I don't know if he had a name besides Chicken Hawk, but he was a Chicken Hawk.
Roadrunner. Let me color in that beak. I feel like
Meet.
can I do the beak? Can I just barely? It's god. He's dribbling. He's drooling.
I think you're coloring in the open mouth part. Like everything else is the beak, and he has his mouth open because he's going meep.
Well, he got into that honey.
Right?
Yeah, you're probably right. Oh no!
I haven't looked at. Oh, now see now you colored in the beak.
Yeah, there we go. We got there. Wile E. Coyote with a bright idea.
What was Wile E. Coyote's other name when he was a wolf? Like it was Sam Sheepdog and Ralph, right?
I will take your word for it. I am a big Looney Tunes fan, but not enough to remember those alternate names. Video Game King in chat saying Ralph, so I think you got it.
Yeah.
Sylvester Tweedy. Do I need to say the names of every character? Or are these recognizable enough? Can we just...
There's Basmanian Bevel, as according to that mailbox.
Yosemite Falls.
Why does Yosemite Sam why does he have a saber?
And the end. Those would be all the images. I forgot to keep count of it. I was going to try to keep count of how many fucking slides there were, but alas. The other thing that these cartridges would come with, they would actually have... this is from the Marvel one. This is the image I bothered to get. They would show you what the colors, the recommended colorations were supposed to be for a given page.
Oh, yeah, just make it look like that, kids.
Yeah, just, spend hours agonizing, staring directly into the CRT, putting your face right up against it so you can fill these in precisely.
If you can't fill in all the pixels like this, you're not a real artist.
Cruel, LJN. How cruel. I think that's enough of the video art.
Backlash Jackson says a chunky Doc Ock. Yeah, he used to be pretty chunky looking.
So, again, that was the LJN video art. That was LJN's failed venture. Oh, we forgot to read the quotes during it, too.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of failed venture.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get a picture of the video art up on screen again, just for funsies while I read some of these. USA Today negatively reviewed a list of toys that they, quote, said deserve to be dumped calling the LJN video art a costly color etch-a-sketch for your TV that's much harder to work and not much fun. The results don't look nearly as lush and well-defined as those shown on the TV ads. Roger Ebert, in the Siskel and Ebert Holiday Video Gift Guide for 1987, remarked that this is a very hard toy or program. I tried to use it the day before the show was taped, and even if you get good at it, the results look crummy. The joystick is a crude instrument to draw with, and there is no way that any kid is ever going to draw a picture that looks even half as good as the one on the box.
Well, no wonder he said video games aren't art.
Yeah, he got burned. LJN burned him. It's all LJN's fault.
He tried to make art with video games and he couldn't. And he said video games aren't art.
There we go. We got to the root of it. We got to the core of it. So, in the midst of an acquisition by the media conglomerates at MCA, who were then owned by Universal, who I mentioned before, the investors had a lot of interest in LJN, despite the fact they weren't profitable, and MCA were the ones to pull the triggers to, let me see if I can remember, how much it would have been more than $80 million for sure that they attempted, that they put down to purchase LJN, to acquire LJN as part of MCA. And LJN during this time was still operating as a toy company, as a toy division, and in 1987, alongside the release of the video art, they also began to create games for the Nintendo Entertainment System, which was very popular at the time. Maybe you've heard of it. And so it's this period between 1987 and 1990 where we get the first and second waves of LJN games for the NES. And this is where some of their most infamous games come from, this little period of time. So I'm breaking these down into waves, and as we go into like later episodes, I'll continue to delineate them by wave of release. There are different like eras here for sure, and many of these eras are marked by different developers who were working on behalf of LJN. For this first wave, it was mostly Atlas. Yes, that Atlas, the one that's still around today. They developed, I think, like 3 out of the 5 first wave LJN games. I actually have the credits for each of the games that we'll be playing. Who developed them, and which branch of LJN they were published under. The other developer I think was responsible for a few of them is Sanritsu Denki, who later becomes Sims Co. So Sega enthusiasts might be familiar with that name a little bit. They did a lot of like console conversions of Sega's arcade games at the time. And people also noting the interactive tagline that LJN was using here is featured in this advert I have on screen. And yes, interactive is obviously a play on entertainment and interactive, and trying to sort of draw attention to and highlight, to brag up the fact that they were getting all these licenses. You know, the
What was that
entertainment
Garfield?
world.
What was that Garfield East thing that the guy was trying to do? Intergauging or
Something like that.
Something like
Nathan
that.
Marcy is
Nathan? Yeah.
Have you ever seen his Garfsona? His knockoff
Yes, I have.
Garfield? Yeah.
Yeah, it involves like the Archangel Gabriel too. It's weird.
Yeah, that man kind of went off the deep end at a certain point. God bless him. So, first wave, I've alluded to several times here, and in one of the first games of 3 released in December of 1987 is Gotcha the Sport, which we've played recently as part of our Painful Paintball game stream, which I highly recommend. That was one of our recent theme nights, and I stand by the stream. It's a very good stream. That's as a cue for all the YouTube watchers to go watch that one. I'm sure there'll be a little link somewhere. One problem, I forgot to mention something really like important about this game when we mentioned it in the Painful Paintball stream. Gotcha was a toy line, a home paintball gun kit for people to buy. LJN was selling these alongside the game. The game was promotion for this, so it was like a cross-media thing. You'll
And the
also
movie.
notice... Oh, you go ahead.
I was saying, and the movie.
Well, Gotcha, remember, was done, like, you know, in, like, earlier. They did not actually have the Gotcha license for this, so it is sort of unlicensed. It was licensed with
Interesting.
themselves. Here's the thing. Pay close attention to the top left corner of this image. You'll notice a logo for EnterTech. This was LJN's larger venture, developing toy water guns and cap guns, where the gimmick was that the larger bulk of the toy line outside of the gacha was that they were ultra realistic. Like, straight up indistinguishable from real guns, realistic. These water guns they were selling. And because of this, they were hugely successful. It was the thing that was poised to actually make LJN profitable at a point in 87, 88. But something happens with those toys that we're going to get to later, when we have more history to get into, possibly in the next episode and next time we come back to this theme.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to keep that one close to the vest because it really pays off later down the line. But for now, we are going to play what might be one of the first of LJN's NES games. There's no exact release dates when it comes to NES games for the most part. All we have is the December release window wherein Gotcha the Sport, Jaws, and The Karate Kid are all released. So holiday shopping season of 1987. And we are starting with Gotcha the Sport. Should be on screen now.
All right, let me see if I can remember my commentary the first time we did this one.
Yeah, just repeat it precisely. Nothing new. We're just going to rehash this. For those of you who did not see in the Painful Paintball stream, this is a light gun game, a light gun and controller game. You need to use both in conjunction with one another. We'll just play it on intermediate. There may be some screen flashing. It should be black rather than white on the whole screen. So, shouldn't be too bad or too severe. And we'll probably clear this whole game in a single sitting. It doesn't take long.
I mean, it helps if you're using a mouse.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be easier with a light gun. This is the thing I always tell people who are like, oh, you're using a mouse, that makes the games, makes light gun games easier. No, it makes it measures harder. Orders of magnitude more difficult to use a mouse than a light gun. Light gun is infinitely more intuitive. Alright, grab the flag. Because at this point, paintball was very flag-based. Now I know to look for... Oop. Oh, I already got that guy.
Got the flag right there?
Yeah, there we go. Why is that guy not... Oh, I think multiple people kept spawning in the same place, is what was happening there. I stand by what I said last time we played this game, that this game is fine. That having you like a gun in one hand and control in the other, maybe not the most intuitive thing, but it would be better if this game was just on rails, if it is moved at pace, or if there was some way to like start-stop movement with the light gun by shooting a certain like icon on screen or something, could have worked. But you know, it's fine for what it is. It's an engaging enough game, light gun game. You get your value out of your zapper that, you know, not enough games leveraged in the NES days, if you ask me.
I mean, better off than if you had a Famicom and you had a light gun.
Yeah, I suppose so. There was, what, Wild Gunman, there was,
Duck Hunt, and that might literally be it.
No, they had Hogan's Alley, right?
They had Hogan... Did they?
Gumshoe?
So they had, like, less... I think they had, like, less than 5 light gun games.
I don't remember offhand, but I will take your word for it, unless someone in the chat corrects you.
Yeah, Mr. Taco backed me up that Gumshoe was not one of them.
Also, unfortunately, because Gumshoe's pretty good, if you ask me. One of the only platformers I like, because it's a light gun platformer.
Video Game King says, I thought Chalky was referring to the fact that you couldn't unplug the second controller from the Famicom. No, they had light gun games, they just did not have any light gun games for Famicom, more or less. They had a couple and that was it. America got way more.
Because America loves their guns, and Nintendo realized that, recognized that. simple truth and a lucrative truth. I do hope the flashing isn't too severe. I do hope that I calculated correctly and that this isn't too abrasive to viewers.
I'm seeing it come through on the Twitch stream a bit, like the black, but it's not as bad as, like, you know, the all-white flashing of some later games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the NES, this is an emulation thing. This is a RetroArch FCEUMM feature to invert the color of the screen flash.
Honestly, wait, isn't that how NES like gun games work? It blacked out the screen and then had like a white rectangle, like you're seeing.
No, it's the inverse. It's white screen with black rectangles.
No,
and the light sensor and the zapper detects the black frame.
I thought it was the opposite, because that was where that urban legend started, that you could like point the light gun at a light bulb and get points that way. Like, that's why people believed that, was because it was a white box. Yeah, Backlash Jack says no, it was the white boxes.
Well, then I guess I am wrong on that count.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm right about? Winning this game.
Yeah.
Even though I let myself die here. It is loops, obviously, but I'm gonna hit my screen regardless. Thank you very much. I did not get to do that last time we played. I screwed up on the last stage there, but that is a complete run of Gotcha the Sports, or as much of it as we need to play for the stream. So that's the auspicious beginning of LJN, if you're going by alphabetical order of these games that were released within the same month.
Video Game King says Sharky's right. But to go on, they say games started with so there was an all black screen to prevent you from like pointing at a light bulb to get points. It went from an all black screen to an all black screen with a white square, and the light gun was trying to see like, okay, do I see all black, and now do I see a white square? If yes, then you got the shot.
Yeah, I know how it works. Like, to be clear, I fundamentally understand how it works. I could have reversed the colors in my mind between white and black, and which was black and white, but I at least understand the... and Video Game King linking to an article by Nicole Express, who, yes, thank you, please. Nicole Express is a very good writer who's writing I strongly recommend. But, you know, stick with us for now, because we got Jaws for the NES coming up. This time, there's no escape. I should have mentioned that Gotcha the Sport was developed by Atlas. I forgot to mention that. This game is developed by one Westone, according to my notes here. Though I think I have a contradictory note here in that it says it was developed by a studio called Escape. So I have conflicting info. I also have conflicting info because it says that Gotcha the Sport was developed by Sanritsu Denki in this other window I have open here in my Excel spreadsheet where I have all developer info. So, you know, there is still some speculation, because the thing is that these developers weren't credited at the time, right? So it's all guesswork to a certain extent. It's clues that are left behind in the code, developer signatures that were left behind, and like sort of tracing paths from as those people continued and persisted in the industry. There's a few we know for sure, and then there's some that are less known as we get into it. But Jaws,
the days of like ghost developers and pseudonyms for every name that actually might end up in credits,
or you know, just studios not wanting their staff to get poached necessarily. But Jaws.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I was wondering if you like people weren't getting credit at the time. Anyway, Jaws.
Yes, I love this game. I think this is a good game from the LJN catalog. It's not perfect. It's very brief. It's so brief that we're gonna beat it, I think, unless something goes horribly wrong. Get ready. You know, people like to forget is that this game is based explicitly on Jaws the Revenge, which is arguably the worst of the Jaws movies. Jaws 3D is worse, honestly. The one that takes place in SeaWorld.
But it's in 3D.
You know, that's debatable. I mean, I guess it was. I guess technically it fits some definition of 3D. Is it impressive? No. And I'm not just saying that because I'm salty because I can't see 3D images because my eyes don't converge because I'm stereo blind. It's just a bad movie. And so is Jaws Revenge, to be clear, but Anyway, the goal of this
which was
game is to kill Jaws.
As opposed to the 6th generation game, Jaws Unleashed, in which the goal was to be Jaws.
That's the thing, is that LJN will... Well, we'll get into it when we get into some of the later games tonight. Remind me of that point. Remind me of that that gag, and I will tell you how prescient you actually are about it. We're collecting shells here. We're killing all this marine life, which goes against, you know, the plot of the movie in the sense that the main characters are like marine biologists who would try to preserve sea life, I would imagine. That's Jaws. You notice that he has a health bar. We're doing very little to impact it. In fact, it's downright useless to try and kill him now. We literally do not have the strength, and he actually recovers health between these battle screens, between these segments here. So to try and defeat him now would be a fool's errand.
Well, maybe you should explain why you're trying to collect shells and crabs.
Oh, yes. The crabs are just for points. The starfish are just for points. Shells are currency in this game. And the loop of this game is we're going back and forth between two different ports.
Cass. Hey, Cass, how come your mom lets you have 2 Jaws?
Well, that's just a smaller shark. Maybe the child of Jaws.
Okay, so you're collecting shells for currency, and you're going between ports, right?
Yes. And we're also bombing jellyfish for some bonus shells. I don't like this minigame at all.
If they didn't want to bring the fight, they shouldn't have called themselves Man-O-Wars.
I do think these bonus scenes just straight up suck. I wish you could just skip them. You know what? I'm just gonna hold down the turbo button, and whatever dies, dies. It's their fault if they walk into my bombs.
Which was the Jaws movie that had psychic powers in it?
Jaws the Revenge. It's not psychic powers. It's just the mom, the wife of Brody, has premonitions, has a psychic link to the shark. Yeah,
that's a psychic power. I mean, she's not like Akira or something, anything like that.
It's not like the Friday the 13th movie where they literally like had Carrie versus Jason, and there's a lady who's just like using telepathic powers to fight Jason. We can now track Jaws with the receiver. So as we go back and forth between these two ports, we will gain access to upgrades. And, you know, these random encounters are definitely, like, you know, where most of the gameplay happens, so I guess it's good that they're frequent on the one hand. On the other hand, they're very frequent and can get in the way of you just, like, wanting to get to the port. Just wanting to get those power-ups, wanting to get the gear and whatnot.
Is there any... No, sorry, you go on.
No, please.
Okay, is there any benefit to getting the points, or is it just for your own satisfaction?
Just for your own satisfaction. The only thing that really matters is the shells as currency. You know, you want to do well in the bonus scenes. I rarely ever do, because I don't like the bonus scene. Oh, we hit Jaws. Nothing we can do except he breaks our boat at the beginning there. Those bombs could theoretically hurt Jaws. But our power level is still 1. We need to go back and forth between the ports until we start getting power upgrades. And only then can we really, like, square off against Jaws in any, like, real sort of way. And there's, like, a minimum viable level that you need to be strong enough. But you can keep playing the game. You can just keep collecting shells and powering yourself up to the point where your spear gun is just, like, decimating his health. Like, each harpoon does, like, 1 tick of damage. We are not at that point. We are not even going to get to that point. We're just going to rely on the turbo button at a certain point to take the most minimally viable harpoon gun, most minimally viable power level, and wreck Jaws with that.
You're one of those kids who just went and bought an NES Advantage then.
Yo, absolutely. I had turbo controllers. I mean, I am a proficient button masher. That's me doing it manually, but we stream for 3 hours. I don't want to just, you know, for this game, you know, however long this game takes, which should probably be like 10, 15 minutes. I don't want to be button mashing for the entirety of that, when 90% of this game is that gameplay.
That does remind me that I got something today. I'll be right back while you enter the sport.
By all means. We have our first power level upgrade, by the way. There's another upgrade that you can find that's outside of the ports. I don't know exactly when it spawns, but you do get access to a submarine, which gives you, like, a point of health. Right now, as it stands, if we collide with anything, be it sharks, jellyfish, or the stingrays, we only have the 1 point of health. You know, classic arcade rules. But the submarine will act as sort of like a mushroom in Super Mario, and give us that one extra hit that we can live with. I think it also increases damage somewhat. That could be placebo effect, though.
So, my neighbors came over today, and they just carried with them this big box of GameCube stuff.
Huh.
And they're like, hey, do you have use for this? I'm like, yeah, sure. So, there's controllers in here, and I was trying to see if any of these have turbo or not, and it looks like no. Looks like these are just first-party GameCube controllers, but hey, it's nice to have some spares. There's a
Sell them to Smash
nunchuck in here
players, make a quick buck.
There's a nunchuck in here for the Wii, but no Wiimote. There are some of the Wiimote covers, but no Wiimotes. There's a GameCube microphone in here, which I've never actually seen one of these in person.
You can finally play Odama.
Yeah, I can finally play Odama. I can play Mario Party. I can do the thing like Jeff Gerstmann, where I just go into the thing and go like, bigger.
Very good.
What else is in here? There's a whole bunch of memory cards, and that is what I'm most happy about, because I lost my GameCube memory card.
That's unfortunate.
And so no way to save anything, but now I have like 4 of them. Here's the unfortunate bit.
Oh my god, I took one step and get into another random encounter. I like this game, but come on, game. Come on. Sorry.
The unfortunate bit is that these are all third-party memory cards, so God knows.
I had some that were pretty stable, that had extra like capacity versus like the official Nintendo ones. And
this has the Mad Catz logo on it.
Oh, well, never mind then. Also,
actually, there's like there's a Nyko one, there's a Mad Catz one.
I lost a life, so they set me back here. I was so close. God damn it. Wait, did it reset my power too? Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what happens when you die.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Because I don't usually die. Okay, fuck it. We're rewinding. I'm not wasting precious time. Let's just pretend I'm better at games. How about that?
I'm gonna have to plug in my GameCube later and see what saves are on these memory cards.
Yeah, explore. See if people have like their Tony Hawk Pro Skater skate parks saved to it, or Animal Crossing town that hasn't been visited in decades.
Here's the thing. I used to babysit for these neighbors when their kids were like, 10 or 9 or 10 or whatever. So there might be saves on this memory card that are mine from when I was babysitting them.
Entirely possible, eh? Where's that damn submarine? I'm committed to this, by the way. I'm sorry, but we're beating this. I can't let the Nintendo beat me tonight. It's dangerous to play at the bottom of the screen because the jellyfish can come up and just like murk you immediately before you have time to react. But it's also the easiest for collecting stuff or for grinding out the seashells and so forth. Ensures that you don't miss any.
Also, just realized it's weird to think about that the kid I babysat is about to get married.
I hit something.
Just, also, time passing.
Passage of time. Also, I think I'm going the wrong way. I think I came from this port, right? That's the other thing about this game, is that you get thrown off because you don't remember which direction you came from, if you're someone like me.
Johnny Baghead asks if this is an extraction shooter.
I
would say no, because you don't get to choose when these stages end.
Yeah, I wish I could just cash out, because I would just cash out immediately, just be like, alright, yeah, no, I got a single shell, that's good enough for me. Alright, let's keep the game going. But, this is, for its era, 487, basic as this may be, I can see people getting a kick out of this, going for the high score chase. having a relatively simple loop, having like a very clearly defined progression in the power level, challenging themselves to go on like to get as powerful as possible, and ultimately like, you know what? Fast forward, save ourselves some time.
You've collected one shell.
There's Jaws. There's a submarine. I will grab that after raising our power level. I think 4 might be the
what power level are you
viable.
aiming for?
I think
4?
it's 4 or 5, but if we can... Well, we'll see when we fight Jaws. I'll know it by feel. I don't remember the number offhand, but I will know it when we get into another encounter with Jaws, and I will see the damage being done and be like, that's right. That's something I can chase him with and get her done.
Yeah, I feel good enough to kill this shark right about now.
Man, this stingray population is gonna be irrevocably, like, fucked up in this region, this part of the world, I tell you what. If they just weren't holding on to those conch shells, if they weren't, like, hoarding those shells, I wouldn't have to do this to them, but...
This is the job of, you know, marine biologists, is just to depopulate the ocean.
Alright, and... Backlash Jack saying, doesn't Jaws take place in New England? Palm trees? Well, remember, this Jaws' Revenge takes place in the Bahamas. They go on a vacation, and the shark chases Brody's wife across the world to this other ocean to get their revenge. Hence, Jaws the Revenge. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, let's see if I have enough damage to damage Jaws. There's our submarine. It moves a little faster. Shoots a little faster, maybe. Yeah, I think we can kill Jaws.
That quote's gonna end up on the news next to your obituary.
Yeah, I'm thinking we can kill Jaws. Famous last words. Before Cass was eaten by a shark. Now, mercifully, being in the submarine means we can actually, like, stomach a hit, but I would rather keep that bit of life.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, that's why God gave us rewind buttons, you know?
No, I'm just gonna... I'm gonna commit to it. Yeah, so they're gonna recover. We're not gonna kill them on this encounter, but this will definitely weaken them. And now we're just gonna go on the offensive. We'll hunt for Jaws at this point. We'll force these encounters until we get to the final fight. Alright, we should have enough conch shells. Get even more powerful now. Alright.
I mean, I can see why you need to kill Jaws if you shot him with several hundred harpoons and he's still not dead. Like, that is a threat
That is one tough shark.
to, like, all life.
And if we need to kill 1,000... If we need to make stingrays extinct in the process of hunting this shark, then so be it.
Does the submarine come back, or did you just lose your one chance at it?
It'll come back. I think it's like every, 3 times you visit the ports. Or something like that. And you can see Jaws' power slightly restored at the bottom, but, we did so much damage to him that, or her, I think. I think canonically Jaws is a mother, at least the Jaws in Jaws the Revenge. Because she's getting revenge for her children that were killed by Police Chief Brody. And the rest of the Brody clan. Alright. I thought the screen was going to end. I thought we were done with this.
Surely this is over, you thought.
And cut. Oh, come on.
It's the bonus game. You get to play the bonus game now.
Very good. I got 2 bonus shells. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to stand still so we don't trigger any more random encounters. We're going to let Jaws hit us. That's the move. All right.
Yep, right up the butt. Do it.
Come on now. I don't even care about the shells. We're just going right to it right now. Do it to it.
Oh, you definitely have enough shells to get another upgrade or two.
That's not going to be necessary. You will see why.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, son of a bit. Okay, that didn't happen.
I'm just saying.
Redo. Mulligan.
You definitely don't need more shells, is what I was saying.
God damn. I'm getting cornered here. I swear I can beat this game without rewinding. It's just... Alright, here we go. As soon as you lower Jaws' health... And
boop
done.
him.
How was that for a final boss fight?
Jaws pokes up out of the water and you just go... and he dies.
They should have had the ending of Jaws' Revenge, the original one, where they ram the ship into the shark, and then the shark explodes for no fucking reason. But alas. But hey, you know what this means. Another game bites the dust, baby! That's 2 in 1 night! And this is a nice little vista, as the reserve said in chat. So that's Jaws. Again, you can play it perpetually and just continue to power up, but ultimately, the power level doesn't matter once you make it to that final screen, where all that matters is hitting the strobe at the right time, and then ramming the boat into them and getting that one-hit kill. You get 3 attempts on that screen. I think if you fail out of it, it just kicks you back to the overworld, and you have to get Jaws' health back down again. But, yeah.
Natsumi asked, what's the first game we played tonight? That was video art.
And then there was Gotcha as well. Gotcha the sport.
And then there was Jaws. And then what did we play after Jaws?
Oh, the game we played after Jaws was... We played more Jaws. No, The Karate Kid is our next game tonight. This one is absolutely developed by Atlas. I'm absolutely certain of that one. I think we can also beat this game tonight. Honestly, we're only an hour into the show tonight, so I think I can take the time to defeat the Karate Kid. Oh wait, that's not it. Cobra Kai, I think, is the ones we're defeating in Karate Kid, the game. I think Ralph Macchio is the Karate Kid.
Have you ever seen this movie?
Yes, but I never loved this movie or gave a shit about this movie. This is not nostalgic for me in any sort of way.
I have not seen this movie. Cultural osmosis, I know a lot about this movie, but I have not seen it. Mr. Taco says Shin Miyagi Tensei.
Very good. Yeah, we're gonna play as Daniel here, Ralph Macchio. We're going to play... I think there's 3 levels in this game. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3.
Natsume says, first stage, I believe, is just the ending to the first movie, and the rest of the game is the plot to the second movie.
Is that the case? You might be right. Yeah, you start the karate tournament. This doesn't count as a stage. This is just a preamble to.
Yeah. So this is like the end of the first movie.
Got him. Quarterfinal round.
I like the very large ogre who is overseeing this tournament.
Someone's got to
I assume he's the final boss. I assume he's the final boss, like Shao Kahn or something.
Impressive. Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg. Oop.
I was about to ask, is your health persistent between rounds?
It sure is.
Right, well, now that you died, you're fine.
I'm using my crane kicks, which I activate by holding up and pressing the B button.
Well, now you're out of them for the final round.
That's alright, I'm just gonna use this strategy and... Sweep the leg.
The Shadow Link strategy for Zelda 2.
Fuck that. There we go.
There you go.
Stage 2. I guess they do count that first, the karate tournament, as a stage. Anyway, here's the bulk of the gameplay, is side-scrolling beat-em-up with up to jump B to kick, A to punch. Different directions will do different
Also-
types of inputs.
People in chat are pointing out you did technically win that tournament by doing the villain strategy of sweep the leg.
Oh, I thought it was that. I thought that was the strategy that Mr. Miyagi told to.
No, that was the crane kick.
Yeah, shows how much
That's
I
why that was a special move.
give a shit about this movie, which is to say I don't. So you see, there's
Put him in
merit
a
to sweeping
body
the leg.
bag, Karate Kid. I
wish
don't
you used to have, like,
remember
a
what the kid's
jumping
name in
kick.
Karate Kid was.
Daniel.
Daniel, okay.
All right, bonus stage. Slightly more tolerable than the Jaws bonus stage. Not by much. Fuck's sake.
0 wasn't enough? Come on.
So we go on our merry path. Alright, so that C gives us another crane kick, which I just wasted to demonstrate my point.
It also looked like it gave you a little life.
It does when you pick those up, so there is, like, you know, reason to kill some of these enemies. Let's see where it picks us up from. Chances remaining. Oh, just the beginning of the stage. Cool.
Yep.
Checkpoints. We don't need no stinking checkpoints. Come on. Now, the strategy, if I remember correctly, is to, like, let the enemies spawn behind you and then just keep running, because there can only be 2 of them on screen at the same time. And if you keep them on screen while they're behind you, you can just kind of, like, kite them and not have to deal with them.
I'll try this again.
That should be good enough for
Better.
at least, like, a couple things. 1 crane kick, 2 drum punches. Good enough is. That's the drum punch. It gives you a little extra range on your punch, which does come in handy for enemies who are trying to zone you.
Oh, I thought a drum punch was...
Very good. Alright, let's quickly move. I know there's characters who can appear, and we can get bonus health off of them. Oh!
Ooh,
And here's what the game
geez.
is infamous
Oh,
for. Getting juggled. Such is the fate of many a gamer who attempts to play this game. We're going to cheat our way out of that, because that was our last life, and I do want to. Even if it's a cheated win, I still want to get the win on this. I think the kick is more effective. Oh, there we go. That floating girl.
All right. I guess you're here collecting ghosts. This is Ghostwire Okinawa.
Chopsticks fly catch. We can change the elevation level. We have to try to time it as they are between the chopsticks. I think I can just barely get this.
I don't think I would be able to do this in real life, because then I'd have to get new chopsticks to eat with. That'd be gross.
Let's toss them in the sink. Protein.
I have gotten used to these stainless steel chopsticks that I
Son
got
of a
recently. Because at first these were super awkward, because they, you know, make little clack 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 sounds, and then like when you're eating stuff with it, like it just feels weird, you know, because chopsticks are all like wood and stuff and not steel. But I've gotten used to these.
It's so hard to not get juggled by enemies in this game. Fuck's sake. And that's the danger of leaving one behind you, so that they can catch up, as it turns out. It's not a completely foolproof strategy. I don't know how I survived that one, just to die there. Whatever, fuck it. I think I can...
Maybe you should start over and come back to this with more lives.
No. Let's see where it starts us off from. Does it start us off from the beginning of the stage? Is there any, like, mid... Okay, there is a mid-stage checkpoint. That's fine, then. We did earn an extra life at some point, evidently.
Natsume says, most of my knowledge of the game comes from Danny from Game Grumps, who played this flawlessly. It's one of the 3 games he was good at. I actually do remember that. I think that was like really early in when Danny joined Game Grumps. That he was like, "Oh, let me play Karate Kid. I like this game."
Oh, there's Mr.
And
Miyagi.
he was actually really good at it.
Yeah, I'm not good at this. The real killer for me is this: the lack of like a good jump kick. That would solve so many of the issues I have with like progressing in this game. But luckily, I have a few crane kicks saved up, which are best used against the boss. Onto stage 3, the Typhoon Strikes, where you, if you stand still, you get pushed backwards, unless you're crouching. That's the secret to the stage.
Oh, couldn't get the D.
Yeah, well, we'll have more opportunities. More Ds will come up.
Yeah, well, there it was.
And then I'll immediately burn through it. It's so easy to accidentally trigger the special attacks. Well, swinging hammer time again. All right,
there
very
it goes.
cool. The timing on that is very particular in a way that I am not appreciative of. Johnny Baggett asks, what does the D do? If you see in the top right corner, D is for drum punch, C is for... Is that a monkey? Hold on, I want to rewind just because I want to see what the hell that is.
C is for... Is that a monkey?
Well, it gives us full
C is
health.
for crane kick.
Well, okay, no. C is for crane kick, D is for drum, and then M is for monkey. And yeah, so collecting these allows us to do those attacks.
That was my favorite episode of Dexter's Lab.
Shit. What if I just camped here? Oh no, they figured out how to jump across. Never mind. Thought I was onto something there. But alas.
Oh well, they've almost got it, but not quite.
Oh. Well.
Oh, there he goes.
Time to eliminate the bird population while I wait up here. People say that this is the BS stage, the bullshit stage. I don't know about that. This one is fine. Oh, I forgot to collect the lady, so we're just gonna do swinging hammer for the umpteenth time. There's an ice block minigame that we haven't gotten yet. So does it randomly select which the minigame is? I guess it has to, because we haven't gotten the ice block one. Fuck. Makes me wish I had grabbed the girl instead of doing the, you know what?
Yeah.
Redo.
Yep.
Wait, there is a quandary here, though. How do we get up that high?
Well, step 1 is going to be to rewind out of this.
Yeah, clearly. All right. Let's figure it out from before we...
Maybe you can jump up onto the... Can you scroll the screen backwards?
No.
Is that an option? Okay.
I can rewind some more.
Maybe you jump from up there onto the roof.
Oh, I like that idea. Oh, yeah, you're completely right.
Yeah.
But the problem is that as soon as we land, the wind starts pushing us backwards. That said... Wait!
Oh. What? You went through that.
Excuse-moi. So this is solid ground. We're standing on solid ground right now. This is A-okay.
Okay,
pardon.
You just clipped through it that one time.
What is this, Wizard of Oz on SNES? I probably could have delivered that like more clearly, and it would have been like an actual joke. And that lady's just not here. Whatever.
So the trigger for her is probably on the ground level. Okay, I know how you're supposed to get her then. You're supposed to jump up on that thing, up onto that roof, back to the left onto that roof, and to the right onto the lady.
For fuck's sake! I can't even. I just want some crane punches, crane kicks, and drum punches. I can't do it. I can't do it.
All right, pass the controller.
Do you want to do this?
Yeah, I'm on Parsec, so I'm sure the timing will be great for me.
You know what? It's all you, friend. Because I'm
what button?
already annoyed at this game, and I don't want to play any more of it.
What button do I press?
Punch or kick.
To do this mini game.
Either or works.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. No inputs happened. Nope. Okay. How do you? Oh, okay. I see now. Okay.
All right, I'll give you a little bit of rewind. I'll let you play a little bit of actual game. And you can see that you are correct, that landing on the ground does make the lady come out.
Yes. It's up to jump. Okay, well, I'm not getting the lady at this point. How do I go in the thing?
You jump. All right.
All right. Okay.
You want another go with that?
Yeah, let me give it another go.
Punch. You have to turn around, too.
I have to turn. Okay. Well, that I just didn't know. Yep. All right. Well, I could learn eventually, but I think I got an idea.
I guess what, you're
how that
finishing
works.
this fucking game because I'm sick of it.
Well, you're better at this than I am. I said you've literally played this game before. I haven't.
No amount of practice will really prepare you for the bullshit randomness in this game. Hey, guess what? You get another try to swing and hammer.
Yeah. Cool. Ah.
You really need that C for the health and for the... Oh, well.
I missed it.
Oh, there you go. So it's up and B to do a crane kick. Don't do it by accident. Otherwise, you won't have it, and you're going to need it for the boss fight that's coming up soon. Now, theoretically, you could farm letters. You could find a spot that you feel safe in and use that to get health and power-ups back.
Come
or
on.
you can just get fucking juggled.
It's really hard to... It's really hard to jump in this.
Yeah, it turns out up to jump, up on the D-pad to jump, sucks.
Oh, I don't know how to do this.
Up and down to adjust where the chopsticks are, and then, yeah, close them when they're, like, between. Yeah. You should just get you at least a few power-ups.
Okay.
Very good.
All right.
You got a 1-up.
Huh? Oh, cool.
And you wasted a crane kick on a bird.
Oh.
Now you wasted your drum punches.
What? I wasn't even pressing up, though. I was just pressing punch.
Oh, no, it's right in punch for the drum punch, obviously.
Oh. Come here, you.
Atlas at their finest, folks. Creators of Persona, Shin Megami Tensei, all gotta start somewhere.
Rockin' Cats.
Let's see where it starts you from. Halfway point.
Oh, good. I get to try this minigame again. Now, how did I use the crane kick? Because I was not pressing up. You sure it's up and kick and not just kick?
You know, the Karate Kid works in mysterious ways.
Damn it. Give me a rewind.
You know, I'm going to spare you, Charky. I'm going to take control back.
Take over?
Yeah,
Go
just so we
for it.
can get this done in a reasonable amount of time.
I really only wanted to do the mini game, so
You're welcome then for relieving you of this.
yeah, thank you. That's why I said you were better at me than this, because I've seen you beat this game before, so you've done something I have not.
Only with egregious cheating. Egregious, outrageous. Fuck! Yeah, you know, so we talked earlier about the AVGN and his impact on how people perceive LJN and, you know, whether the reputation as laugh and joke and numbnuts was really fully earned. You know, I don't think that's necessarily true to write them off so dismissively. But then, you know, you come across games like this and you get it. You know, I play this and I'm like, yeah, I could see how someone getting performatively mad about this would resonate with people, because this is absolutely a game that inspires real frustration. The jump not working, for example? Why is the up not work? All right. Battletech 09 asks, any chance of X-Men? Yeah, if we can get past this game, it is the docket for tonight, but whether I destroy my computer in a fit of rage before then remains to be seen.
I'm fully aware of what I'm doing. Can you see?
Yeah. Ah! What? I got hit like 20 times there! Mr. Miyagi, save me. Oh, thank Christ. So there's a boss on this screen coming up. If we, assuming we make it to the other side of the screen, assuming I can. All right, so that's the boss. I can just skip them by just jumping. You don't need to fight them. Stage 4, the last fight against Chosen. I need to redeem a drink up, or someone redeem the drink up, so I need to drink up. No, Johnny Baghead, I do not have Rolling Rock, unfortunately.
Oh, that would have been good. Well, I mean, not the Rolling Rock.
Wait, these guys have fucking
would be good.
weapons! What kind of bullshit is that? That's not fair. I'm just like a child. I'm a teenager. For God's sake.
You're a Karate Kid.
I think the move is I jump on them to disarm them.
There was a Will Smith Karate Kid movie, wasn't there?
Yeah, with Jackie Chan as Mr. Miyagi, if memory serves. Or not Will, I think it was Jaden Smith. Or not,
Not Willow?
Yeah, I think it was the... Who's the son? I don't remember his name.
Jaden, you're right.
Fucking whatever. What is the timing on this? That is the eternal question. Like, what is the timing supposed to be?
Earlier than you think, if,
Oh, but then it speeds up! What a mean
it
trick!
does speed up. You didn't notice that earlier?
I need the crane kicks
Perfect.
and drum punches. I need all of them just to survive at this point. I need the drum punches in particular, because it allows me to outrange the guys with weapons to a certain extent. Now, granted, I have exactly 1 HP right now, so this is... and killed by a rolling rock, funnily enough. Apropos.
Whatever happened to whatever happened to Jaden Smith's music career? Is he still going?
Probably not. I know he did his anime. There.
I think I saw like one episode of that and it was okay.
I wasted all my crane kicks and drum punches because this game is cruel. Are they throwing rocks at me, or is that just coincidental timing? Okay, minigame.
Right, his last album was in 2020.
I can't believe there's 3 minigames and there's 3 bonus stages, and we have somehow managed to completely miss out on one of them because of whatever randomization they've chosen to implement here. There's a game where you do like the Street Fighter 1, like break the blocks. You break ice blocks in this.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Oh, there's your C.
Look how much map is left, though. We've barely even started this stage. Fuck it. This is what I should have done a while ago.
Beat.
Yeah. Like, why didn't I just do this? I'm clearly not too proud to just, like, you know, rewind endlessly. This is probably more watchable if I just do this. Anyway, sorry for everyone we're disappointing by cheating at the Karate Kid on NES, but
Well, while you get those cheats ready, I'm gonna bring this bowl downstairs. I'll be right back.
infinite crane kicks. Infinite chances. How about just infinite energy? Thank you. And enemies don't knock us back? Don't mind if I do.
I don't care if you people try.
Grenade Tag redeemed to say something nice.
Skip to end credits? Yeah, why not? Anyway, be right back.
Apply those changes, and they better fucking work. Very good. Alright, so the infinite crane kick and drum punches clearly didn't work. And it's causing this weird artifacting where the screen flashes every time anything happens, but that's the price we pay for cheating. Oh, I see, it does work. It just means that when we collect them... Wait, no, we totally spent one. Anyway, what's the nice thing to say about this game? That it's short. This is the last stage. Okay, this flashing is a little more egregious than I would have liked. How about this? Let's turn off infinite chances, infinite crane kicks, infinite everything except infinite energy, and hopefully, this is just good enough is. Yeah. Okay. I did a crane kick there. I'll try to turn off the infinite crane kicks. That's right. Oh, wait, I finally got the ice block break! Oh, I think this breaks because of the infinite, Well, whatever. I'll take it. I'll take those. Anyway, if we didn't have the infinite energy cheat active, it would, the life bar would be a measure of what strength we're applying to our punch. Thank God for cheating, honestly. Though it occurs to me that you could possibly get, like, completely, like, frozen or soft-locked if you have this cheat on and they, like, back you into a corner. They back you into a juggle that you can't escape from. That could be still, like, a game over state. Hopefully we finish this before that happens. Can't believe Sharky missed the ice block game. I was still looking forward to showing it to him. It's... Can't always get what you want, though. Can I just jump over these fuckers? No. There's no dodging fights. Daniel has to get into every fight, has to accept every challenge that comes his way. Such is the life of a martial artist, I hear. Oh, fuck that crane kick. Oh, another ice block break. Perfect. Natsume says, yeah, for the AVGN video, James admitted to playing up the difficulty by getting hit on purpose. You don't need to fake it. You don't need to fake the funk in this game. It's very easy to just get hit. As pictured there.
Alright, I hope you didn't break any ice blocks without me.
I have bad news for you, Sharky.
Oh, no.
You got it twice in a row, too, which is just fucked. Fuck's sake! I feel like half the problems with the game are up to jump, right? But then the other half is just that it's bullshit, that it's bullshit unfair.
He was trying to give you a boost over there, but...
Well, I appreciate it, but it didn't come in handy. Alright. This is the final boss. And we lost because we pushed the lady in the water. Where does this start us from, out of curiosity? Yeah, too far back.
Too far back.
Alright, yeah. Oh, wait, nope. Too far back. Done.
Wow, you didn't even have to cheat for that one.
I have successfully guided Danielson through all of the challenges.
Oh, wait, can Mr. Miyagi see through the fourth wall? Does he know?
No, I would guess not.
He says, we have successfully guided Danielson through all the challenges.
The end.
Take your screen.
I really feel like I didn't earn it this time. Ah, who the fuck am I kidding? Just sitting through that, just enduring that game deserves that trophy. Now, that said, we're not completely done yet. There's one-on-one mode.
Ah, okay.
One-on-one game starts. No power-ups, no crane kicks. We just have to play it like a... Wait, does the stage just scroll in this direction?
Yeah, it does.
How far does it go? Oh! Oh, I see. Space-time continuum.
Take you out.
Danielson wins. Though it does occur to me, game over, that I still have the infinite energy cheat on.
Oh, okay.
But hey, guess what? That's the entirety of that mode. It's Nidhogg, eat your heart out. That's not gonna stop me playing my windscreen, though. Oh, man. What a night. We're not even done. We're not even close to done. Shit. We're still in the first wave of LJN titles. Which means our next game will be TNC, also known as Town and Country, Surf Designs, Wood and Water Rage. Which I accidentally double-clicked on and launched in the background already. But who made this game, you might ask? Well, let me double-check my notes. This is another Senritsu Denki, so from the creators of Gotcha the Sports.
I was to say that, well, the main menu says it was made by Town Country Surf Shop.
Well, something tells me their interests were more in their merchandising and in their sports equipment and so forth than in developing video games. All right, so what do you want to do? We're doing two-player in this.
Isn't it just like take turns, two-player?
Yeah, you are correct. Well, we'll start from the top then. Press A, B button.
Which, both?
I think that's how we select characters, is...
Oh. Oh, you.
Yep. Alright, A to jump. B does not appear to do anything. Or maybe, like, pressing it rapidly causes us to accelerate. Okay, I don't get the perspective here at all. Game over!
All right. 200 points. That's what I got to beat.
Can you do it? I think you get... Is this a different stage?
No.
That's gonna be some nasty scabs on you from rolling across that, from skinning across the ground like that.
Ooh. Aw.
The perspective here is wretched, though, right? Like telling like where you are relative to objects on the road.
So, whoa, that was. Wait, how was I supposed to get past that then? If I just jump. Well, I still won by 100 points.
Congratulations.
So hit my screen.
Choke on it.
Okay. Here's what I say to this: no more hitting of the screens. I think we played that bit out, except for the year winner. That's gotta stay.
That's evergreen. All right, surfing time. I'm playing as Tuxedo Cat.
Oh.
I do not remember how this controls. I think it is...
Not
Well,
like
that's
that.
not it. Oops. Let me try the turbo buttons. Huh?
You gained a life and lost 2.
I think I crashed into a
Really?
bird there.
Really unsure of how that life meter works.
Well, that's my run.
All right.
1440, beat it.
No, I'm not. I will not beat it. What buttons did things?
I
buttons do
honestly
things?
could not tell you.
Were you hitting buttons?
I was.
Okay.
Has there ever been a good surfing video game?
Wasn't there one for the PlayStation 2 or something that was probably functional? Like one of the Tony Hawk Johnny Come Latelys?
Maybe. I know Running Gun's Wild Ride was not good.
Come on.
So I think the goal is, like, do you think there's, like, pressing the buttons is making us, like, move at all? Is it, like...
Yes, I think I'm having to mash A to just, like,
Whatever you hold
go
it.
forward.
Anything? No.
Yeah. I'm going faster that way. I'm curious what's happening, though, considering those seem to be peer, like, whatever you call them.
Yeah, there's, like, a dock
Like how
on the bay.
like a dock, yeah. Like how I'm even how this wave is working, but oh well.
You got a little closer to the score then.
I did, yeah. Did better than I thought I would, that's for sure.
Wood and water race.
Okay.
Well, now we have the whole cast of characters. How do I...
I was pressing A and B buttons and nothing happened, so.
Oh my...
Oh, it's just the two it's just back to back. That's all it is. So we've literally done this.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do it one last time. We're gonna take everything we learned.
Okay, I think I have partially figured out this mini game. Which is, I think, yes, just pressing A will do a hippie jump. So when you get to those barrels, you will not clear it. There's some way to grab the board
Well,
and
let's
then
try
jump
it.
with
Let's see if we can figure it out. It's not a... Wait, oh!
It's
hold
that,
backwards and
whatever.
jump.
Okay.
Alright, you're gonna use that advice and it's gonna... pay dividends for you, I'm sure. Well...
I'm also gonna not try to make that jump. That's gonna probably help.
Pro Sugar 92, they were recommending surf games. There's Surf Ninjas on the Amiga CD32. You cheeky devil, that's not a surfing game. That's a horribly
It's a ninja
gory
game.
beat 'em up where you can, like, decapitate people, or you can do, like, the Sub-Zero fatality on
Yep.
people at the very least. But, you know, tie into the Surf Ninjas movie, though. Family-friendly movie. Ooh, that was a dangerous game you played there.
Yeah. Yeah, couldn't get that one in time.
All right, well played, well played.
Okay. Ah, hell.
No, you're still alive. You're still in it.
I know. Oh, damn it. I'm somehow still in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nope.
No idea what you were meant to do
not
there.
entirely sure. Do we not even get to go to the water part because we fucked up that so bad? Yeah, okay. Well, that one was quicker.
Yeah. You know, it reminds me a lot of California games.
I was about to say, it's no California games.
Well, you know, the thing is that California games also sucks.
I am still saying it's no California games.
Yeah, so it doesn't even meet that standard. And also having only 2 mini games in this is... eBay. And I get that, you know, like, the intent would be to master them, I suppose, but, Not sure who'd be doing that. Not sure who'd be investing the time in that. Truth be told. Yeah, I think that one is going to rate pretty lowly. We still have to rank these, by the way. Remember that? Remember that shit?
Yeah.
The next game we're going to play is Major League Baseball. Official licensee. America's favorite pastime brought to life with all the excitement of a real game. I said earlier we're going to bring this around full circle with that electronic baseball game. Here it is.
Yeah, so they finally made a video game version of it.
Yeah, a video game version, an actual proper video game version of this baseball. And they made their own little league. It's really cute, and I hope it gets off the ground. I hope it takes hold in popular culture at some point. This is another Atlas developed game according to my notes. MLB. This game was the subject of a lawsuit.
Fun.
As in, people sued. One person filed suit against LJN for false advertising. So that, they advertise that all the players would be in the game, but really, you only see the numbers on the backs of them. They don't actually have the names of all the players in the game.
Right. Because I assume they didn't get the license to the Players Association.
Probably not.
Which is like that weird consequence of that era of sports games where you'd have one game that has like, oh yeah, we have all the official teams, but none of the players, and we have all the players, but none of the teams.
You want a regular game, an all-star game, or a World Series game?
God.
I think this is
Wouldn't even know the difference. Oh, okay.
Let's
You
do
pick.
All-Star. American League or National League?
I wouldn't know the difference.
With or without DH?
With.
Very good. All right, I guess I'm the Baltimore Orioles. I guess I don't have a say in that. We have all these statistics here. My eyes just glaze over when I see a screen like this. Let's get some outfielders too. Why not, right?
Okay.
Oh, I gotta
Do not
select
select.
8th batter. How about this catcher? Select DH batter.
That's your dedicated hitter.
Ah, okay. And select pitchers. Yeah, those are some numbers. I think the bigger number is better, right? So.
Well, that's the win-loss. So that guy's 50-50.
Oh. Well. You're the Atlanta Braves, whether you like it or not.
Okay. Ooh, this feels really delayed for some reason. Did it feel like that to you?
Yeah, it's a little slow. It's a little chuggy on these menus.
Okay. I'm just gonna go. Let me see. What are their averages here? I wish I remember what. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing.
Man, sports games have sure come a long way.
No?
You backed out of it completely.
Hit rewind. Hit rewind. Okay. Gonna go.
I know the rules of baseball for the most part. I could not tell you how this game is played. I'm also not like.
Do not select. Okay. Do not. Why? Do I need outfielders now?
I guess so. Press select. Yeah, oh, good. Number 3, sure. Why not?
Do not select. Okay. They're saying select batter. They could have said select your infielders and then select your outfielders.
Yeah,
and
they
then...
could be a little more descriptive. I guess they just assume that you would know like what the ideal team composition is meant to be.
So, okay. Can my designated hitter be from anything since he's just a designated hitter?
I would presume so.
Okay. Select my pitchers. All right. I'm going to do this based off of win-loss percentages.
It's probably a good
anything
idea.
else. Okay. Start button. Please don't make us play all 9 innings. We have a show
Sharky,
to do.
We're gonna play all 9 innings. All right, I'm the batter. That's how I swing. I get the one shot at it, it looks like. So I do it early. Huh?
Just in case you thought about stealing that first base.
I'm staying on first. I don't even know if I had any real input over that. Oh.
I got my eye on you. Oh, I knew you were doing it. And don't even think about stealing third.
Nah, there goes my plan, my dastardly plan. Oh. Did I do that off of like a foul? Was that a bunt? What happened there?
I don't know. That was a ball. That was a foul. Okay.
Nice little ricochet
Interesting
there.
interaction.
Oh, I'm finally
That's one
out.
Dead.
The sound effects in this game are a treat, by the way. Oh, come on, make it, make it, make it!
Where'd you? Oh, like where'd you go?
I stayed on third.
Okay.
I don't even know how to control
Well,
them, how to make them. I want them to steal bases.
What?
Oh, I see how. Okay. I do have some amount of control over it. That's safe, though. I still don't know how to make my guy. Oh, wait, no, 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 no! Fuck!
There you go.
I should have just kept going. I should have just kept going to third.
I'm trying so hard to bean your guy over there. I don't have that much control. Was that an out?
That was an inning.
I thought that was strike two.
No, remember, you got one of my guys. You,
No, I thought it was strike two, not...
No, there was a third strike because there was one of my guys tried to run, you see? During one of the... It doesn't matter.
That's an out, not a strike.
Oh. Yeah, okay, yeah, then I don't know. It was 3 outs is what I mean to say. And that was,
Yeah,
that
so
was 3 strikes on that last batter.
Yes, I was saying I thought that was strike two.
I'll get some practice swings in.
I was like, did I just try to run?
No, that's me triggering that by pressing B, and...
Yes. I mean, I know
What if
because
someone's
I've
up
pressed
there?
that button many times.
And what if they're to the right? Nah, just kidding. Holy shit! Son of a bitch.
All right.
Well played. See if you can figure out how to
Can't
steal a
move
base,
left or
by
right.
the way.
Nope.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it
pressed
out either.
the button. I pressed the button that I thought would do it.
Yeah, I pressed every button, nothing happening. Oh! I just gave that
did
to
it.
you! What the fuck? You can only steal base when I toss the ball backwards or attempt to, like, get you out. Attempt to prevent you from stealing bases is what allows you to steal a base.
I don't know why that happened.
Huh.
Oh, that's a foul.
Man, you got some distance on that foul, though.
Yeah.
How are you fucking smashing these balls?
That's another foul.
You've got this figured out.
No, I don't. I'm getting a bunch of fouls. Ah, fuck.
Oh, I think I beamed you. Wait, no, that's an out.
No, that was an out. You did not beat me.
Oh, this is...
See, I knew you were going for the third one, but...
They give you
I still
no
didn't catch
time.
it.
There needs to be like a
Yeah.
pause between each of like the pitches there. just to be safe.
I feel like stealing home would be a very stupid idea for me.
Don't try stealing first either while you're at it. And here comes the pitch. Son of a bitch! No!
There we go.
Tie game. Tie ball game. I was literally just holding the A button down.
Yeah, I was trying to steal base. I was doing everything that I thought would make base stealing work. Get it, get it.
Oh!
No! Why? Why did that happen?
Bunt, bunt, bunt! Yes!
Safe. Oh.
Man, baseball games sure have come a long way, huh? I'm sure I said that already, but... Wait, so did I get
You're
got
out.
there? No, apparently
How are you not
base is
out?
loaded. And it is fucking out of there. Wait, hold on. I think all my guys are still not
Yeah, what's
on.
going on down? Wait, hold on, wait. Let me see what's going on down here. You.
Nope, you can't see it. How do I control my fucking guys? Do I need to mash the B button? Why are my guys all holding on their bases?
All right.
Go!
Come on,
Just
I'll
go, motherfuckers!
I'll guide you.
On first
I'll
and
guide
second.
you along. Here we go. Yeah.
Wait, no, what?
No, you're
Okay.
You're a little confused.
I'm
All
not,
right,
I'm
now
not
try to
touching
get this
anything.
guy.
Okay, I guess
Okay.
it's just over now. I don't know how you're supposed to control because I think you're switching control between the different people on different bases, but I'm just not sure how I'm supposed to be doing that. Yeah, when they're on screen, it's easy. That was ball. I should have just... No! No, go backwards! Go... Wait, no, wait. Wait. Can I cheat it? The worst play of all time. And it worked. Cass's Gambit. Is there mercy rule in this game?
Want to find out?
Yeah, I think we're gonna.
I mean, to be clear, I have stopped playing this game.
No, I hadn't guessed. Oh, well.
Out.
Alright, one more inning.
All right.
And then we'll abandon
Bottom
ship
of-
on this.
Bottom of the final ending.
Oh, yeah, I think you
Like,
found out how to bunt. You were sticking the bat
I-
out, and you were like... Whatever you
don't
did
think
was
I
a
wa-
bunt.
Oh, huh? How did? Wait. I want to see. Stop. I
I'm
want to
not
see how
holding
I
anything.
did that.
It threw 2 balls without me telling it to.
I press A and then I press A again and he stops.
Okay.
How fast can it go?
That's it.
2 bits. There we go. I mean, that was bad.
Natsume in chat saying this is a you need the manual game. You shouldn't. There's only so many buttons. There's only so much you should be able to do theoretically in a game like this.
Go. Go.
Come on! Oh. Well played. Try getting your way out of this, son of a bitch.
He decided he did not want to go to second, so who am I to tell him otherwise?
I do want to say, in this game's defense, that, think about, what the previous generation of baseball games is like. What did 2600 baseball look like compared to this?
The NES launched with a baseball game that, I don't know,
blows
was
this one
it
out
better
of the
than
water.
this?
Yeah, that's kind of is kind of the rub in it. You see, that baseball game is beloved by people to this day. This one, not so much, I don't think.
Yep.
Well, bases loaded.
What?
If you score a homer, I'll just give it to you. Oh my god.
No, don't go that
I got stuck
way.
in the collision. I got stuck in the wall.
Hey, my guy, go back. Why was he just sitting at second base?
Because you have to press the buttons to change who you're steering, I think. And then you have to change the direction to be... I don't know. Maybe a manual would help that, but maybe not. Because I think this is also just a game that doesn't control particularly well. That doesn't simulate baseball particularly. I mean, this could be worse. This is probably
worse.
fine. Yeah, I made you go for that one. Yeah. Nyek, 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 nyek. Here we go. You swang for it though. That should have counted as a ball. I'm throwing junk at you and you're... Alright, this is for all the marbles. I was giving that one to you.
I know. I don't know the swing. I don't know the timing for the swings in this game.
You were doing pretty well before. Alright, that's a baseball. I forgot who the two teams were. Let's say the
Orioles and the Braves.
Alright.
I can't believe I remembered those two teams.
That's MLB baseball. Well, MLB baseball is redundant. It's Major League Baseball. That was MLB. That was Major League Baseball. That was the game. Baseball lives. You know what? That was the first wave of LJN games. Those 5 that released between 1987, December of 1987, and then Town and Country Surf Designs was March 1988, and Major League Baseball was September 1988. The second wave spans across 1989. That is 5 games, which we could start on tonight, or we could save that for next episode, because there are some games in there that I do want to spend some time with, that I might want to try to. So let's maybe go to the rankings for tonight.
All right.
Let's get a start on the rankings for these games. Thank you for the raid, Arbitrary Water.
Yep. We're a little close to the end, but you're in time for the ranking of the first few games, the first wave of LJN games.
Yes, we just finished playing several of these, and now it is time to bring up my ranking list. There we go. It took me a minute, but I got there. All right. So obviously we can't rate the electromechanical stuff.
Right. I would argue that maybe we don't even rate the video art, because that's a bit of an apples to oranges kind of thing, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right in that. I think it's unfair to rate the video art by the same standard that we're rating all these things. But to be clear, the video art, piece of junk.
Bad.
Horrible. Yeah. if it was something we would rate, it would stay towards the bottom. Would probably be the worst thing.
Honorable mention, bad.
Yeah. That gives us 6 games to rate,
Yes.
I think.
All right. So we doing this just in order that we played them?
Yeah. Let's start with Gotcha the Sports.
See, that might have been the best one we've seen tonight. I'm going to straight up say I'm going to straight up call that one number one.
Yeah, it definitely is a functional product. It's clear and concise in what it sets out to do. It's definitely short on content, but I think that's an issue with kind of all the games that we're looking at for this first wave of games. If we're looking back on them, these were all pretty slight on content. Mm-hmm. But Gacha is the one that I would probably get the most mileage out of, that I would actually do the gameplay loop in it.
And it'd probably be better with the light gun. I'll take that into account as well.
But I think even still, I think Gacha, the sport, is going to be our number one spot for now. I mean, I guess it was going to be number one no matter what, just because we have to start at number one and then work our way down. Yeah. But I think it's going to keep that number one spot for tonight for this first wave.
Well, coincidentally, our next game is Jaws, and I feel like that should be number two.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, I screwed up the ranking list. I don't want people seeing that screen. But let's try to keep that. Yep. Keep the correct screen. There we go.
I do like how one of those buttons was chroma keyed.
Yes. Yeah, Jaws, I would say, is pretty strong in terms of being a simple game that has a clear premise. It's simple also. It's simple in the negative sense that there's just not much to it. I could brainstorm 100 ways to add variety to that thing that wouldn't have taken too much work. Even just incorporating one of those hooks, like being able to pick your parts from the shop that you're buying. Right, you could choose to invest in power level, or maybe make your guy faster, or pay for the submarine on demand rather than waiting for it to arbitrarily spawn on the edges of the map. Have more than 2 ports.
Maybe adjust the random encounter rate a little bit, or this is before Zelda 2, but the Zelda 2 thing where they appear on the map and you can avoid them if you want to.
Yeah.
You can already do that with Jaws, but do that for the rest of the encounters too.
Yeah, Jaws sort of has to be the force that can come at any moment from any angle, and just Video Game King saying, I'd say that some of these recommendations risk turning the game into something that it's not. Yeah, well, that's the point, though, that any improvement, any armchair recommendation you make is taking the game outside of what it is. But, you would hope that thing, that with a minor tweak, you would gain that much more playability out of it. And, for what it is, it's fine.
Yeah. I think the key is that a lot of the changes here aren't huge sweeping changes either. It's they had a decent idea to start with.
And in 87, they had the technology. They could build it. They could implement those things. Atlas or Westone or whoever escaped, whichever the developer was on Jaws.
I believe it was Westone.
Yeah, it was within their power to do these things. I would like to think. I would like to believe. The Karate Kid.
Wow, that's tough. Because I want... Okay, I'll put it this way. Definitely below those two. I want to already call it the worst of tonight.
How do I even exist as where does Radio Helicopter go up on this list? Number 5. Radio Helicopter, we'll put it right there at the bottom.
Okay, so the bottom spot is going to be between Karate Kid and TC Surf Design, right?
Yeah, most certainly.
Let's
say that Major League Baseball was number 3. I know we're jumping around a little bit here, but clearly Major League Baseball was just a competently designed game. If you were a sports fan, maybe you would get something out of it. Maybe you could enjoy that, playing it with your POG, getting them in front of the console, and then spend nights in the late 80s enjoying video gaming as a family. I can picture that in my mind's eye, and that being probably a nostalgic memory for some folk that probably had that game. I can't imagine any such joy or nostalgia coming from the Karate Kid or Town and Country Surf Design's Wood and Water Rage.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. PNC was just bare bones. Just no meat on those bones for a game, really. But playing it, because I'm glad I got to play both at this point. I'm glad I got to have hands-on controls of both. Because I could see myself playing more of TNC, not for fun. Let's just say I was a kid, right? And I had these 2 games.
Getting the most for your rental, for your rental buck.
I feel like I could keep going at TNC and get used to it and say okay, this doesn't feel bad to play. Because even in that amount of time, I didn't know what I was doing, but it didn't really feel that bad. Karate Kid felt bad, and I don't know how much getting better at it would ever stop it from feeling like it's just bad to play.
Oh, what's going on to the next line? I gotta shrink the fonts.
And it seems like you agree with me.
Yeah. This list is gonna get longer at some point, so it's fine that I'm scaling it like this. Yeah, I would concur. I would say that TNC Surf Designs was very fleeting, and again, all these games were tonight. But it was, I don't know, like the controls were definitely not intuitive either, and that's definitely a mark against it, in some sense. But the Karate Kid is on a whole other level. That game offends me in terms of just like the structure of it, in terms of like how easily you can get juggled in it. In terms of those bonus stages not giving you enough time to prepare and the timing being so specific with them, and then the chance to not even get like the ice block one or one of the ones that's like doable if you could just like theoretically get stuck playing that fucking hammer game ad infinitum. I think it's very poorly conceptualized.
I would say in look and in feel, it is like one of the platonic ideals of the bad NES game.
Yeah, most definitely. It's one I can picture people picturing in their mind's eye what a bad NES game looks like, and this Karate Kid pops up in their brain. And if they were unfortunate enough to have played it back in the day, I'm sure that is one that has lingered with people. That has been like, that, you know, if people have nostalgic memories attached to like some of the old like classic baseball games or like, you know, MLB or whatever. I just can't imagine someone looking back fondly, even in their most like uncritical child minds. I feel like that's a game that you're getting to see through it to be like, this sucks.
But apparently Danny of Game Grumps likes it.
Well, sure. Whatever. I don't know anything about the Game Grumps.
But they've also stolen from Ordinary Sausage, so...
And that's, so fuck them.
Yeah.
That's our rankings. That's 5 games, which isn't too much to rank. But there we are nonetheless. And that's going to do it for this first episode of the LJN Connection. Cut to our epilogue screen here. We could have gone on longer. We could have played through the next 5 games that constitute the second wave, but I think we'll do those in our next episode. Those games will include Back to the Future, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Friday the 13th, NFL, and the Uncanny X-Men, which are infinitely more substantive games. All of them. Maybe Back to the Future is probably the most fleeting of those, but I at least know one of those games that I would like to, if possible, play through all of on stream, because I like it. Which one that is, people will have to wait to see. Wait for, not next week. Next Saturday, I will not be here. You have some plans. You will bring on Sid, from what I hear, and you have something in mind for Saturday, a treat for the audience.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to be a variety night, but it's going to be the start of a new long play.
Very good. So look forward to that coming Saturday. Then we'll probably do this LJN thing every other week. I think is a good way to dole these out.
Yeah.
Tuesday, no idea. No idea what we're doing this coming Tuesday. Thursday will be the continuation, hopefully conclusion of... what were we playing? It was a superhero game, right?
Can you remember? Yeah, can you remember it? I remember it. Can you?
Oh my god. Give me a second. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
All right, but when you do say it, like, speak it through like a fan running.
Superman didn't win the poll. It wasn't Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fucking Iron Man! We were playing.
There you go. That's why I was trying to give you hints to say it through a fan that was running.
Oh, Iron Man.
Yeah.
Has he lost his mind indeed? So Iron Man for the PS3. We'll conclude that on Thursday with any luck at all.
If we remember what we're playing and we don't accidentally come back
on that day.
Yeah. If we don't actually accidentally start streaming Aquaman instead, it's like, this is what we were playing, right?
That's a genuine moment of just like whoosh. Oh shit. Anyway, that was the first episode of the LJN Connection. Thank you everyone for tuning in. consider joining the Discord. Consider subscribing to us here on Twitch, pledging to us on Patreon, boosting us on Discord, having a say, having a vote in games that we put to a poll, like Iron Man, which was a poll winner. And, and also just hang out with our community. We're building a pretty strong community in that server, and we'd love to have y'all as parts of it. If you're not already in there, even whether you choose to support us or not, financially that is. We thank you for watching. We thank you for your kind messages in chat. We thank you for tuning in with us, for spending your evenings with us. We'll send you off to someone else who's streaming now. We'll see if there's anyone else that we can suggest, anyone else we can recommend. Got a couple choices. Sasquatchulus is playing Fox Hunt, which I believe to be an FMV game. I'm certainly looking at an FMV game. So I'm always
thought that was a light gun game, but maybe it's both.
It could be. There were FMV light gun games. Well, you'll see what the game is when y'all go to that channel, if you choose to follow. We hope you do. Please support friends of the channel. And please tell folk about our channel. Please tell them about the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Show them the YouTube archive, some Twitch clips. Help spread the word about this goofy thing we're doing. And then help us motivate us to undertake projects such as this, where we play through entire libraries of publishers and developers. Who else? Who else but the Bad Game Hall of Fame? Who else but me, Cass?
And Charky.
Thank you again. The LJN connection will continue. But for now, bye!
Good night, everybody.